Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 mk2, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Fredrik Stereo wrote in asking a bunch of questions about using the SP404 mk2 with an external sequencer. I'm going to use the MPC Live here to show the example. And what he wants to be able to do is just play notes on the SP404 mk2, not use this pattern sequencer or anything. He wants to use an external one. You might want to do that because you can do a lot more powerful things with a lot of the external sequencers. It allows you to kind of do things and juggle things in ways that you normally wouldn't be able to do on just the SP404 mk2 alone. So let me just kind of show you. First, we're going to go over some settings real quick. If you go into the utility menu with Shift Pad 13, go into your system menu. The important one is you want this pad note out set to on, and the MIDI sync, I'm just going to leave as auto. I've got MIDI sync out off because I don't want that happening. We're not using the pattern sequencer in this case, so sequence note out off is fine. But that's kind of the settings that I would kind of go with. I'm also just want to let you know I'm using MIDI mode A, which means bank A is going to be MIDI channel 1, bank B is MIDI channel 2, all the way up to bank J, which is MIDI channel 10. There's a few tricks you can do here with using MIDI channel A. There's reasons you might want to use MIDI channel B as well, which I'll get into as much as I can, but let's exit out. And on the MPC, let's just go to the settings real quick. We'll go preferences. I just want to show you, I'm using MPC A out. I'm going to leave sync on just because you probably want that if you want your effects to be able to be in sync and in time with whatever your sequencer is doing. So you probably want sync out from your main sequencer. And I'm going to use track out. That's the one that actually allows you to send notes and automation data and other things. So we want definitely track, but maybe sync. With that said, I'm going to go back to the menu here and let's just record something. I don't know if I was in time because I didn't have the metronome on, but we'll see. But you can see we've got the notes are triggering, like the pads are lighting up, but we're not getting anything out. And I guess at this point I might as well turn the metronome off. So the reason for that is I got to set the MIDI port. So I'm going to go MIDI port A, as I said. But now you can hear it's playing different notes. The reason is because we're on MIDI channel 1 and we're on bank B, which is MIDI channel 2. So we go back to A and you can hear it's there. We can scroll to it. I guess I did like okay for not having a metronome. We can fix this. So I can just nudge it over. And so we're in time now, better. Now, the other thing is we just switch this to MIDI channel 2. Now we're back to playing the sounds of what I was actually triggering. So if we go to B. So it's just a note that if you are in MIDI mode A and you have like multiple drum kits and triggering sounds that you want to be able to use your pattern, but quickly change to different sounds, just note that you can use your MIDI channel to select like different drum kits if you lay things out that way. So just as a thought. The other thing is, as you noticed, when I just did that recording, it didn't immediately play. Well, now that we have the settings correctly, so we've got MPC A out set up correctly, and we've got MIDI channel 2, I'm going to go in and erase what we've got here, and we're just going to play something else in. I did it again. I didn't have the metronome on. Anyway, as you can see here, it didn't have any double triggers, which is nice. So like that would be one thing to be worried about. And a second thing is it just immediately kind of seamlessly went into looping. So regardless, I can now, come in and play this without recording. If I just wanted like a little section where I played something, or I can hit overdub and bring something else in. So I know I'm not playing great. It's kind of hard to think, talk, and record at the same time, but I'm just trying to show you conceptually, you can do this. Now, a fun thing that you can do here is I can actually hold erase and hold that note down on the MPC, and I'm just deleting those note events because I don't want them anymore. So it's just like a quick way to kind of build things up. You can play things live and do other things with them in that sense. So there's one other part of the question that I want to answer, but I think I'm going to do in another video. But I hope that helps show you guys. You can set this up. You can use the SP404 Mark II just to trigger some pads, and you can send the MIDI data over to an external device and then get it sent back over and do some pretty cool things. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun, and peace.